Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny? What's going on, people? What's good, people? It is a day of another day that we call Sunday. And with it being said, what's going on, people? Hope everybody's doing everything as far as being safe. As far as the Sunday, you're waking up, you had a good time. You know, you spend some time with your friends or your family, or just stayed home like I did and stuff. You know, I want to talk about this story in here. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I talked to someone, and this was a reference to a few guys that I talked to about, you know, being a trans woman. Now, this is the thing. I talk to everybody, all walks of life. When I say that, that means I talk to straight people, gay people, bisexual people, transsexual, pansexual, bi-curious, all the way across the board. You understand my point? But the one thing that I did notice when it comes down to men, and I'm going to talk about straight men now, when it comes down to men who are attracted to trans women, sample. He finds a trans woman he's attracted to, he likes her and stuff like that. He doesn't know how to take steps as far as moving forward with her. Now the thing about it is that, you know, I hate the word trans woman because I feel as though there's nothing but another way of letting people know that you're dating a man. That's all it's saying. To me, that's how I feel it. So when I said, when they asked me what was I when I was young, they said, well, you boy or girl? I said girl. Transformer, all this other stuff comes after the fact, giving people a heads up to let them know what's in front of them. That's why they call you transgender, because they want to let people heads up to let you know that you're not in front of what you think you're in front of. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But that word right there, transgender, means, if you're a woman, it means man. If you're a female who transitions into a man, it means that you are basically opposite of what you represent in front of them. Now the thing about it is that it's very confusing and it cuts off things. We already know about that because we say a transgender woman, you must just say I'm a man, just like a woman, I need to come work here because it's like, oh, you're a man. That's all they hear. But we're not going to say that. Okay, the story at hand is when a straight man wants to be with a trans woman, he has to get through certain levels to finally get there because he hears all the negative things that people say as far as trans women. The first thing they say, oh, you want to be with a man. They don't call her trans woman no more. They don't call her, you know, she's in the wrong body. It's a man. Now, this is the thing. I understand how the society works because this is what they do. But the only problem I have with that is when you have someone that's your counterpart family, which is your gay brothers or your gay sisters, that decide if you bring a man in front of you, or bring a man in front of them, so this is my boyfriend. Now, the first thing they do, I'm not, and listen, this is not all every gay person, it's not all gay. This is in reference to certain people. You know who you are when you hear it. If it does not relate to you, clearly I was not talking to you. But when you bring a man around these people, the family, they start working on him. Now, he finally got enough words to live in his truth as far as dating a trans woman. Now, he is not of a gay experience. He is not from the gay community. He is a straight man that's used to with women, not in the gay community. So everything around him is very new. He's watching, he's learning, he's looking. If you think back when you was first went to a gay club, you never been to one before, it was a whole new experience of what was going on. So that's what's happening to a straight person when they walk inside of, a gay establishment or, you know, being around something. He's looking at everything around because he's trying to educate himself. There's everything going on. Now, him trying to be comfortable in his own skin, telling people that I date women and trans women. Now, once he say I date women and trans women, like I said before, you might as well say I date women and men. And the problem is, he hears this, he watches this. Now, when he decides to deal with a woman, stuff like that, a trans woman, for argument's sake, so I don't want to lose you, he wants to be with her, he wants to grow with her, he wants to do things for her, he wants to learn how, everything works within this whole new world that he's inside of. He's like a baby growing inside of a cocoon that's trying to, a birth, trying to learn, what's going on within this world he's into, because he loves this woman, or it's a trans man. They love whoever it is, a trans man or a trans woman. But I'm going to stick on the women, because I don't really know too much in reference to trans men as far as because I'm not a trans man. But anyway, so the thing about it is that when you take him around to the, your community as far as the gay community and stuff like that, there comes a gay guy. And I'm not saying every gay guy, because this is not what I'm saying, for all the just looking for something argument. There is a gay guy, and they do come along, so I don't care what anyone says. I've witnessed, I worked in a gay bar for 4 years, I watch what happens. You bring a man into the community, he's thinking that everyone is like you, that they're very loving and very caring. He has no idea of the disconnect and the hatred that lives within the community. He's not expecting this. He's thinking that you are the kind of person that's like the person that, he's dating, which would be, these men is dating me. Then he walks inside of it and here it is a gay person or a gay woman. Oh, you like men? He's like, no, I like trans women. No, you like men. She has the same thing I got. She's a man. But in the same aspect, you're working on him and you're bothering him. But in the same aspect, you as a gay man don't want to be called a fag. You don't like the word fag, but when you put us in a platform or want to put us on TV and stuff, you want to let everybody know you're a man. But being called a fag is derogatory towards you, but you love to express that as far as your trans people, and you're supposed to be looking out for your trans family. But for some reason, transgender women is not considered in your family. And I'm not saying all gay men. I'm just saying you're supposed to say within the family. And then the thing about is that as a gay man or a gay woman, you will go all the way out your way to out this trans woman to straight society, to destroy her. When reality is that you know everything that trans woman is going through. You know that trans woman is catching hell. You know that trans woman is basically living to die. She has to sometimes sell her body in order to live, in order to eat. Well, you don't have to do that, because when a straight person walks along, you can fix it off and say, oh, I'm straight, I'm not gay. But with her, a lot of times they not have that option. And instead of you embracing her and helping her, you out her as well. And I have to talk about this because we always want to say society, and it's in the LGBT, and I talked about this before. Now here it is, a straight man who's decided this, coming into his truth, trying to let people know, listen, I love women. This is like a woman I love. And then here it is, a gay person trying to shoot him down for standing in his truth, trying to shame him for standing in his truth, trying to belittle him for standing in his truth. So let me tell you what happens if he's not strong enough. That information that you gave him, that you don't force feed into his head, sometimes you're making him leave the girl because he can't deal with the torture. He's thinking that he's standing his truth. We can go to an area where he's much more safe, and here it is, he's getting even worse on this side than he would on his own side. So it's like, okay, I've had enough. You either walk away, which means it puts the trans woman in a bad situation. And she's like, well, I guess I'm never going to meant to be loved by anyone, because when I try to show someone that love does exist, I'm punished for it. I can't share these accolades and stuff. But you know how I feel about this, and this is my opinion. When it comes to a man, I don't believe you should bring him out of the gay community at all. Do not protect him like it's a baby around a bunch of wolves. Because everybody said that they're happy for you, you're not really happy for you. And that's all the way around the board. It's not even just gay men, it's transgenders too that say they're happy for you, they're not happy for you, because they feel as though if you with her and I'm prettier than her, I could take him from you. I'll find a way to slip him my number, and I can kind of get into his head when y'all get into an argument. then he'll come see me and let him know that he could be with me. But I'm not going to that. I'm staying on this subject of why do you shame? And I'm not saying everybody once. I'm not saying everybody once again. I'm not saying everybody, but why is it that when a straight man decides he wants to be with a trans woman, that he decided he wants to live in his truth and be with the woman that he loves and want to be with, why is it that he's attacked when it comes to the LGBT, or should I say the gay people, attack him for living his truth? They want to keep throwing stuff in his face, and like I said before, not everybody. Now, if you think back when you, not everyone, once again, I'm not, okay, this is for the record, not everyone, so I'm just saying it for the last time. Just think back when you decided you was going to come out and let everybody know, you know, your truth is, you know, who you're going to be, how hard of a step it was for you. And do you remember how people may have put you down and laughed at you and stuff like that? So why is it so easier for you to attack him for standing his truth, for saying this is who I like, this is who I want to be with, and you feel as though you need to play, I need to let you know what you're dating. He knows who he's dating. But why do you need to try to break up their relationship or destroy it? And this happened. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. I watched gay men do it. I watched them do it. They do it. And I watched transgenders do it, you know. But the thing about it is that by him being new, he don't even know half of it. That's why I'm going to say this for the record, and I'm over it. If you have a man that you want to be with, don't bring him around the gay community. Let y'all build your own little world. Just be you and him and the movies, and just be in your own world, you know. Don't even bring him around that BS. Because the same ones who's trying to break y'all up, trying to break somebody else up, but they be the same ones that somebody try to break them up with their friend. They're in the house screaming and crying, asking me, why, Lord, why do I'm going through all this? But they didn't have a problem when he was doing it to someone else. Anyway, that being said, I just want to share this story with you and stuff. And I would love to hear your feedback on this, and I want to let you know that I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Catch the rain.